we need to leave an empty space there for the waiters. So we can have a seat or it's just perfect. That's okay. Yeah, great. You should know that the third one we are using when we need to prepare a paella for 30 or 35 people. So imagine the shape of the pan is like this. It's really, really big, really heavy. That's why with this one we're gonna get only the rings of the first and second ring of fire, right? First ingredient, lots of olive oil. In Spain when we mean a lot of olive oil, it's a huge amount of olive oil, right? A big amount. This is extra virgin olive oil. Here we are using the 50% of the amount of olive oil of the recipe, and then at the end, in order to give some brightness to the rice, we're gonna get the other 50% more, right? Garlics, the first vegetable, one per each of you, more or less. What you should know, guys, about garlics, that for example, when you need to take off that horrible smell of the garlics from your fingers, imagine when you are chopping lots of garlics or when you are taking the skin of lots of them, what you have to do in order to leave that, to take off that horrible smell, to leave your fingers under the water, try not to move them all the time like this, because if you start moving your fingers, that horrible smell will be between your nails and your fingers. It's going to be really difficult to make it disappear, right? Try not to use any washing liquid, it's really not needed, right? Just 1 or 2 minutes under the water and the horrible smell will disappear, right? It's a good tip to know when you are chopping lots of garlic. The only one is just a couple of seconds there, and that's all. We need to burn the garlics right now. We need to change the color from white to brown, right? And when they are brown, we're going to be able to have two different options. We can leave the garlics here, all during the procedure of the paella until the end, or we can take them away. When they are burned, we can take them away. But here in Barcelona, we really prefer you to feel the flavor of the garlics, right? You should know that we're going to cook the typical paella from Catalonia. The typical paella, we're going to do it with 3 kinds of seafood, calamari, mussels, and prawns, 3 kinds of main vegetables, 6 kinds of spices, plus tomato, peas, parsley, olive oil, water, white wine, and rice, right? Then we're going to talk about a little bit more about each of the ingredients. But right now we need to be really sure that every little part of the pan is being flavored by the olive oil and the garlics, right? That's the idea. Great. So, garlic, the last one. Great. We need to start with the calamari. The first seafood we're going to use is the calamari. What you should know, guys, about the calamari is this is one of the parts of the body of the calamari. I showed you there in Boveria's market, the body of the calamari is like a triangle, like this. And we need always to chop it in small pieces because you are always making like a huge contraction with your body, right? With their body. The example gonna be with the head. Of course, the head here. Head seems to be like a small octopus, yeah, because of the tentacles. But it's really funny that when we get it into the pan and the pan is really hot, they start to make like a huge contraction. And it seems to be like a live animal. And you know that calamari is not an alive animal, right? Mussels are alive right now, but calamari and prawns, they are really fresh, but they are not alive. So it's really weird how they start to make this contraction, right? And that's why we need to chop the body of the calamari in small pieces like this one. Because if not, you're going to get like a big ball because of the contraction, right? And it's not the idea. So lots of calamari there. In a couple of minutes, you're going to be able to see the contraction. The tentacle is going to be 100% contracted. And the body of the calamari is going to make like 2 rings of contraction in both sides of the ring, right? That's the idea. We need more temperature, guys, so maybe what I need to do is to light the second ring of fire. I just need to blow the first one in order to light the second one, right? So, can you blow to the other side, please? Whoa, it's really weird. What's going on? Let me try with the lighter, but it's weird because I always do it like this every day. That's it. Great. We need more temperature right now. We are having more ingredients, so we need more temperature. But first we need to flavor a little bit more the calamari, right? You should know that the combination of the flavor of the parsley and the garlic here is really useful in Spain. Maybe in the 80% of the Spanish food you're going to be able to feel the flavor of the parsley and the garlic, right? Parsley is really similar to coriander. You know coriander? Yeah. The difference between coriander and parsley is about the flavor. The flavor of the coriander is stronger than this one. That's why if you're using coriander, try just to use this amount, right? If you're using parsley, you need to get lots of it. That's the idea. Try, guys, just to use the flour.